All right, what's up, guys? Happy Tuesday. Let's get straight into it. We're going to be doing a pre-London market check today. Normally, we've been doing London session market checks, catching a few trades as well. Today, we're doing a pre-London, so you're probably not going to see a live trade from me today, just because I don't normally like trading pre-London. I like to wait for that first London move before making a trade, but nevertheless, that doesn't mean I can't still do TA, which is what we're going to do today. We'll get straight into it. In terms of Euro USD, you can see here we're playing this supply versus demand game at the moment. We've pretty much respected this supply for now. Closed quite deeply in it, but nevertheless, we are reacting away from it, and most likely we're going towards this demand POI. I would like to see some reaction from this demand POI. My alerts are still set. And I believe with Euro USD was where we were in an already we are already in a confirmed accumulation model on the much higher time frame. We're hoping to get a full return to this range high. Therefore, if the requirements are there and they're clean, then we can take an accumulation model long, something like this. And long back up. But for now, we're going to wait and be patient. Bear with me, guys. Just get some fresh air in here. Oops. All right, next. GBP USD. We've reacted really nicely off this supply, which is what I wanted. I wanted this supply, or majority of this supply, to get mitigated first before sweeping this extreme liquidity, which is so far exactly what's happening. So in terms of pre-planning this, I'm very happy with how it's shaping out for the time being. We do still have some supply here, which I do expect to get mitigated sooner or later. And I do expect this supply to get mitigated before we reach these extreme demand and extreme liquidity POIs. And yeah, that's it for GBP against the USD. Let's move to AUD USD. Yeah, we're still kind of hovering in this hovering in this no man's land around EQ, where it's fairly sketchy to find entries. Not something I usually recommend. The only thing I will say is we have formed somewhat of a ranging environment here. It's not the cleanest, but it is a ranging environment. Yeah, it's kind of a low time frame 2 tap to a potentially high time frame 3 tap model. Yeah, it looks like everything that ever was in here has been mitigated by the looks of it. Therefore, this isn't of interest to me at the moment. And yeah, it's just a messy zone in no man's land, and there's no real POI here to enter from. Yeah, I'm not even going to chart this. It's just a terrible setup to even take or to even try and get a setup from here, because yeah, this is just in the middle of our range. Price go up, price go down. There's no clear demand or supply POIs nearby. Therefore, yeah, you're definitely in no man's land at the moment. Therefore, I would like to see price move towards some form of a supply or demand POI. At the moment, the only one I'm seeing is pretty much this here. Then you kind of have this. Which is, it's valid, it's technically valid. I will allow this as your main structured demand POI for AUD USD. So I will definitely be monitoring this for a potential reaction. And yeah, that is it for the time being. Next. Ideally, I would like to see some form of distribution occur at the mitigation of this supply level. But only time will tell there. GBP, JPY. Well, we've definitely ran through this supply. This range has failed. And we kind of created here some very, some form of two-tap model. Where we mitigated this supply above us. So on this pair, expectational order flow is still a move down to the bottom of this range. think we might just have some form of demand being created in the meantime. The fact that this demand was created during London and New York, and it was both 2 moves up, I am expecting this demand to be technically some form of manipulation. Therefore, I don't see price really respecting it. Whether we might get a little initial mitigation and a move up, I'm still expecting an overall move down where we eventually slice through this whole demand POI and continue our expansion to the range low. And yeah, you can evidently see here how it is. Yeah, this whole move up was created during London and New York as well. That's kind of what I'm expecting. So we'll see what happens here. GBP, NZD. Man, it looks like we may have missed this. We may have missed this accumulation, which front ran our demand POI. And this is our second accumulation model that's been confirmed in after hours. We had yesterday an accumulation model be confirmed in after hours as well. I'm curious if this was GBP NZD as well or something else that got confirmed in after hours. But yeah, the one thing which we did dive deep into yesterday was how this is, technically speaking, an incorrect range pull, because for this to be a valid range, you have to see the highest time frame that this range pull is valid, following our 6 candle rule. So you should know what the 6 candle rule is by now. Technically not a 6 hour, I think it's probably a 4 year. This is a 4 hour range, but we are in an uptrend. So technically speaking, this is the correct range pull.
You still listening, gentlemen?
Like so. Therefore, yeah. Not to mention you've just been SFPing here. Therefore, expectational order flow is a higher low for a higher high, which yeah, we did map that out as well. So yeah, I still like to see price tap into this demand first, but overall, yeah, we are expecting it to move up into this most optimal reversal level for the pair. So we'll see what happens here. We've got our alerts. All right, Euro GBP. Very, very rangy price action here. And we can also see a fairly nice compression forming. A very nice compression forming here on Euro GBP, and yeah, I am expecting a move either up or down into either the discount deviation level or the premium deviation level. There's not really any point in trying to force a range here because yeah, we are in such a compression based environment where we can see some volatile moves, especially on session opens. Yeah, we could see this. I can sort of see it happening during New York, but we might see a move out of this compression during London. But most probably, it will happen during the New York hours. Yeah, this isn't really a clean. Clean range. If anything, it would be technically drawn from here, like so. And then if it is drawn from here, this becomes invalid, like that. So this is pretty much our range at the moment. And then we have this range forming in the EQ of this higher time frame range. And then in this higher time frame range, which is in the middle of this higher time frame range, we have in the very premium section, we have a little potential compression. So you're essentially just hovering the EQ of the EQ and the EQ. Obviously, this is in the discount of this higher time frame range. So yeah, that's kind of it for Euro GBP. We just got to give it more time and see which way it will compress, whether it goes like that or like that. We will move on. And we front ran this demand. You can see here we formed a decent looking accumulation. And potentially here as well. Sort of. Not really just off the bat from looking at it right now, not really a clean third tap POI. As you can see, we kind of swept this, we front ran this extreme liquidity. It's another clean as demand POI, but it is a demand POI. But yeah, at the moment, in terms of Euro NZD, there's nothing really to prep for. Price can do many things in this environment at the moment. Yeah, I'm kind of just waiting to see where price decides to go for now. Let's move on. Now we did get a mitigation here, which can potentially be an area of re-entry. Bear with me, guys. I'm just going to quickly make a note of something. Right, we've just mitigated this, but we have formed demand in the meantime, which is now actively getting mitigated. Given we've mitigated that, we now have this refined area, which seems to be soon mitigated as well. So yeah, at the moment, some very, very interesting price action on this pair. And as of now, we're technically bullish. Yeah, technically speaking, we are bullish. I wouldn't be looking for shorts. Reason being is that we have closed quite nicely above this. Closed quite nicely above this high. And we've also created demand in the meantime, which can be seen here. Which is kind of backed by that EQ and volume area high. But yeah, quite evident there is demand being created in the process, indicating strength of this pair at the moment. So I'm gonna watch this for a bit more and see what will arise. I'm not really looking for anything at the moment. Yeah, if it wasn't for this fast expansion, the return to zone would still be nice, but considering we expanded pretty quickly, I'm not too eager to short at the moment. All right, next. This is still anyone's guess / game at the moment. Like distribution has been confirmed, but yeah, maybe if we're lucky we get a revisit back up into these highs. As I said, I don't think we will. but we can just monitor for the time being. USD JPY. This has been validated, obviously. We have supply here. Has been mitigated. This is our range. This will be a little interesting. We might be able to scalp something here, but it is to note that we have quite a bit of supply above us. Which I definitely expect to be mitigated first. So unless we get something very, very clean, I'm not too eager on taking this. But I mean, as of now, we're getting some very nice higher lows forming. But as I've said, we can't rush into this too much. There's also, from what I saw, some demand, or not really, to be fair. This will be my extreme liquidity. I'll see if this gets taken. And then we do have a 2-minute OBIF above us. That's kind of it at the moment for this pair. Yeah, expectational order flow is focusing on this higher time frame range as opposed to this one here, but we will see what happens. And again, this is a very, very low time frame scalp. It's going to be a potential opportunity for 5 hours and a half. But yeah, that's it for USD JPY, AUD CAD. We have invalidated this. Kind of just want to wait for price to do its thing a bit more before really looking to make any moves. Let's look at the New Zealand dollar. We're slowly moving into this demand PI. Will be interesting to see what reaction we get. Silver. Potential P03 schematic there. To be fair, way too low time for it to be considered. Kind of still just watching price a bit more here. Let's see what GBP USD is doing. I like that mitigation. Gold. This is my new gold range, which may I just add looks very, very nice. Looks really nice, and I recommend you guys monitor this if you manage to watch in time. Definitely monitor this for a potential scalp opportunity. This will be my extreme supply POI. Not really seeing any extreme liquidity at the moment. The only extreme liquidity I would kind of use, which is not pretty, is probably this right here. All right. And yeah, I definitely am expecting gold to go a little lower before it goes high with such a key demand below us. So this could be a potentially decent short opportunity. No real cleaner supply in here, but yeah, will be interesting to see what happens on gold. Fairly decent return to zone. Let's check oil. Nothing really in oil at the moment. Like, we're starting to form some form of range in here as well, so we can monitor this. We do have quite a bit of supply above us, so yeah, we'll be patient there. That's all I've got for today. We'll keep it short and sweet. I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.